ReMinD versus No Way OC, our second game of the day. Night Elf versus Orc, Korea versus China, and of course, Night Elf here is going into this as the big favorite. But let's see what No Way OC is gonna... Oops, that's the wrong one. What No Way OC is gonna be able to bring to the table. We're starting off on Twisted Meadows, which is a rarity nowadays. Normally always gets vetoed, but Night Elves and Orcs do leave it sometimes in the pool. Also, Undead versus Night Elf, we see it sometimes. But basically never from humans. And never from Undead versus Orc. Unless they are insane. Why did we start calling him No Way OC, by the way? Wong, are you in chat? Does Wudao mean no way? I recommend beer for curing insomnia. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. I mean, especially 9% beer. I don't know if that makes a difference. I had 3 beers yesterday. That didn't seem to help. Keeper of the Grove, our first hero, which is still part of the meta, but only against Orc. Oh, look at that creep, by the way. Woo, that's looking risky. But it's a calculated risk, because nowadays on TM, pretty much every Orc early game goes for the Rock Golem pull, as we can see here as well, attempted by Wudao OC. I wonder if ReMinD even wants to not disrupt this, because he wants to be left alone across the map. Oh, Wisp coming in. Oh! Stop with the Wisp movement for a second there. Oh, the Keeper's actually coming in for the harass. I see. Entangle on the Grunt right away. That Grunt is dead, right? But Rock Golem's also gonna die. Who's gonna get the last hit? Oh my god, if the Keeper gets it. Keeper did not get it. Blade Master gets last hit and... item. Belt of Giant Strength is probably the worst one out of all. Flute also would have been pretty bad. Wait. Does Flute affect Serpent Ward damage? I think it doesn't, right? Yeah, nice deny, by the way, from the Blade. These denies are very important. Experience and levels on the Keeper absolutely crucial. Especially early level 3 on the Keeper can be a game changer. So the Ancient of War so far didn't start the creep camp yet. It's a little dangerous. Oh, wait a minute. Is that... No, okay, the base is walled off. So the Moonwell will be coming up. Keeper in the main. Takes out a peon. Okay. That's more of a consolation prize, though. 25 experience only. Well, ReMinD's gonna get the next kill with the next peon. Boop. Normally, though, this Huntress style has to be played with an expansion. In the past, we used to think that it has to be as early of an expansion as possible. But Lolliot showed that that is not necessarily the case. You can also go for more upgrades, heavier Huntress numbers, more of a map control kind of game. And then even expand on only 50 supply. Or on 50 supply later on, I guess. Oh, Merc Camp pull. ReMinD thinking of perhaps going for some Mercs. Huntress movement there. It's a little sloppy, honestly. This could be an easy Huntress kill for the Blade. Doesn't want to commit the speed scroll, though. There's a lot of Wisps. Oh, is that APs? That's a weird AP push. Alright, it looks like an AP push here, guys. Haven't seen this in a while. 2 APs coming up, proxy. And now second hero time, normally always the Beast, not the Beastmaster, Alchemist. And a shop in the bag, it's pretty cute. What ReMinD is doing here, is it very good though? I wonder. I don't know. Huntresses do normally have kind of an expiration date. So you need to get value out of them before they become obsolete, or you need to power them up like crazy with mass upgrades and with mass production from 2 bases. Interesting game. Perhaps ReMinD here is deciding not to expand because it's Twisted Meadows. Not easy to expand on, and perhaps more importantly, very difficult to level the Keeper on. Can't really creep anything early, as we saw here in this game. Only level 1 still. But okay, here are the APs. Blade Master hasn't seen it yet, because crucially, they were constructing during nighttime with reduced vision. Naga second. Naga, a very good hero at slowing down and controlling single targets. Especially valuable against heroes or against crucial big units. Windrider. Okay. Windrider good against Huntresses, not so good against towers. Wisps coming in from the main. Serpent wards though being placed early. Blade Master now finally saw this AP push coming. And alright, here we go. The first AP is dying like instantly actually. Okay, that was easy. And now OC trying to fall back. It's gonna cost 1 grunt though. I believe experience was denied thanks to the AP last hit. AP's 2-shot Serpent Wards. Didn't know that before. Blade finally gets the level 2, and with that the crit was the first one coming out for 74 right away. Where are all the purges, by the way? Second grunt dies to entangle. Are the shaman out of mana? I think one of them has mana. Second AP is gonna fall, but once again traded for a grunt. Windrider getting sniped out by the heroes here rather easily. 3 Huntresses left. Dust coming in. Blade Master in a bit of trouble, but the Serpent Wards are doing a really good job over here. AP rooting once again. Both forces dwindling quite rapidly. Shadowhunter in trouble again. Heal pot! Last second. Another Huntress dies. Oh no, there's actually a staff on the Keeper. Was primarily there for the Naga, I believe. But now also saving the Huntress. 2 APs died, but 2 new ones were constructed and now moving forward. For the time being, attacking the altar. The altar really doesn't matter that much. But better than attacking nothing, I guess. Now going in aggressively with a Purge against the Keeper. He had a heal potion, but that only does so much. Oh, wow. Actually, the TP was sold on the Keeper, I just see right here. And now Blade Master's looking for the kill. Oh my god, don't tell me he's the one to die. Is he gonna go in again? He's revealed still. 4 HP. Oh my god. Crazy save by OC. 4 HP save on the Blade Master, but he can heal up with a heal salve. The Keeper can't. Should have perhaps staff transferred. 1 Demolisher is out. That is the best answer against the APs. ReMinD's trying to take that out quickly with the Huntresses. Will cost at least 2 Hunts. More likely 3. Yep. Oh, that was expensive. 3 Huntresses down for this 1 Demolisher. Was that worth it? I'm not so sure. Another Shaman dies. APs, at least one of them, now in range of the burrows. Wisp coming in from the main now for the repair, a little bit late. Perhaps. But perhaps still in time. Next Demolisher is out. Needs to make sure... Dude, the range of this AP is like crazy. Do APs have 800 range? No, right? Only 700. Looked more there. Oh, the shop is gone. That is always a troubling sign for the orc. Needs to set up a proxy shop right now. I guess this is working. This push looked kind of doomed there for a little while, losing all the hunts, almost losing the keeper, losing 2 APs. But ReMinD looks like he knows what he's doing. Oh, the Naga though, she's gonna die. Okay. OC is fighting back, but Blade Master getting entangled and focused. Is he gonna fall now next? Should be able to walk away. Keeper's still not level 2, by the way. Dude, but this AP damage. APs normally considered to be some of the worst towers in the game. But here looking pretty good. I always feel like AP push, I mean, it's a cheese strat, right? If a good player plays against that, it never works, but sometimes it works. Sometimes even against the greats, I've seen 1-0 die to AP pushes. And it looks like this one is working out now, I believe. 2 APs now in range. Yep, that's it. GG. I think the Blade Master died somewhere. GG is called. And that's the 1-0 for ReMinD. Looked pretty sketchy there. But what I liked from this play was it looked like ReMinD knew exactly what he needed. He had the dust that he needed. He had the heal pot that he needed. Did he even have 2 heal pots? Perhaps he even had 2. He definitely had one on the Naga, right? And maybe even on the Keeper. He had a staff as well. That was a very well practiced and executed AP push. And Wudao OC not scouting for it. But it was such a weird position. It's so hard to scout. Like that little spot between the green camp and the gold mine, where the towers were coming up. And of course it's dangerous to scout. If you just send out single grunts against a keeper who you know is roaming along with a couple of huntresses, super dangerous to do. ReMinD pick is Terrana stand. Oh, that's quite a surprise. Oh, that's the old image of old Terranas, by the way. Normally, Night Elves veto this map most of the time, because it's so good for orc creeping. Especially the Merc camp, especially for the Shadowhunter. Possibly even Shadowhunter first, but that's not so much played anymore. But also for Shadowhunter second. This is really good. Just to securely creep up to level 2, 3 perhaps even. And of course get early Shadow Priest as well, which is great against Keeper. And it's even a good map for Shadowhunter Pitlord. So there's a lot of things going for Orc on Terranas, which is why we normally see it vetoed. But ReMinD goes against the grain. And we'll pick that as his loser's map choice. But of course that is not going to be our next map because ReMinD got the victory. So we're going to Concealed next. That is more of a normal pick to see. Serpathos, thank you very much for the 9-month resub. Alright, it seems like we're stuck on this one a little. We'll come back to it in a moment. This tournament is stacked, but where is TH, Lin, and Fly? Yeah, they're not taking part. Fly, I think, is not quite on the same level, but yeah, TH and Lin, those are the two big names missing. I imagine they were invited, but couldn't attend for some reason. But the tournament is still very stacked indeed. 4 of each race represented, which is always nice to have a very even distribution. We have 1 human eliminated. We saw Fortitude earlier losing to Focus. It was a 2-0. But it was actually a really close game with some super clutch moments in there. In this next game, we're expecting ReMinD to win, then Infi. So we're going to have 3 represented once again. Of course, Shishi has a chance. And I'm not trying to kill the suspense or anything, but to be honest, the chances are not so high. Shishi has been has kind of remained on the same level for quite a while now, I'm afraid to say, whereas other players have excelled and ascended to newer heights, to higher heights? To new heights. Do you know if Moon is qualified to the AESF Master Championship? I do not know. I do not know. Of course, I'm sure all you guys are aware, but I haven't had the chance to talk about this on stream yet. And this is so damn cool. It was 2 days ago when a big announcement came in. And that was that we're gonna have big tournaments in Europe once again. Not from Blizzard, not WCS, but ESL. If you haven't heard about this, you must have been living under a rock. But just seeing this, like, this home page to the ESL Pro Tour, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? The 3 titles for the big premium product for ESL are Counter-Strike, StarCraft 2, and Warcraft 3! And you know what the best part is? Not only is it announced for a season of 1 year, but where is it? Does it say that here? Three years! There it is. Warcraft competitive circuit announced for 3 years with $200,000 every season. So $600,000 across the next 3 years, which is such great news. Such great news. Finally, we have big offline tournaments and activity in the West once again. We're gonna have events in Anaheim, Schönköping, and Rotterdam, if I remember right. And 2 more that are not yet announced. And this is such good news. This is such amazing news. This is the news we were hoping for. With Warcraft 3 reforged. So, as it seems, the big competitions are not just gonna be only in China anymore, but also gonna be happening outside of Europe. Outside of Asia. Which is really, really cool. Hopefully we're gonna have a chance to attend and cast some of these as well. ESL hasn't talked to me or Neo about that yet, but hopefully. Alright. But let's now head into map number 2. We are on Concealed. ReMinD is in the lead. I assume players are not allowed to play with old graphics during the new Reforged tournaments that are coming, question mark. I think they are. Would be weird if they were not. Because, of course, the broadcast is going to be showing Reforged graphics. But you could, it's, what's it called again? It's cross. Goddamn, I'm missing the word right now. It is compatible with each other, so different players, different observers can be sitting in the same game and can be running it on different graphics, on different modes, basically. So, one observer can have Classic enabled and one observer can have Reforged enabled, and same goes for players. So we're still gonna have crossplay. Yeah, crossplay, I guess. It's not exactly crossplay, I guess. It's not different consoles. But yeah, works out. Alright, so anyways, what do we have? We have the Keeper starting off with a standard creep. And starting off as well with Entangle, which is unusual. And that's going to net him the first kill. The grunt across the map was found. And has been rooted. And will be killed. This is something that Neo and me have been talking about for quite a bit, where we thought, is it really so necessary to go treants every time first? Can't entangle perhaps be better? And here we saw the first benefit. Keeper gets the kill. Grunt eliminated. 60 experience gained. ReMinD looking pretty aggressive here. Going towards the main. And killing another peon. In the first game it was 2 peons killed. Does that have to do something with the AP push? Does he feel he needs to kill some peons for the AP push to work? Probably not. He's probably just trying to get some damage in. Is it the AP push again, though, is the question. Unusual base layout by ReMinD, by the way. It's like the Moonwell wall in front of the trees, which is like super old school. I haven't seen this in forever, actually. Designed to protect the wisps from the Blade Master behind the Moonwells. So we have plenty of wisps sprinkled across the map. Do you see this vision? Check out the minimap. There's like little dots everywhere. Huntress here, Archer there, a wisp over there. Keeper staffs back in. And we'll take out the next camp. Yes, he will. It looks like OC is playing this pretty afraid. Only the Blade Masters out on the map. Grunts are hiding in the main. If he even has any grunts left, I'm not sure. But he should. Keeper's level's looking pretty good. I think he needs one more grunt only for level 3. Or perhaps 2-3 peons. Oh, there's 2 grunts coming. You don't want to lose one of those grunts, my friend. Burrow cancelled, by the way. Wudao OC here, stuck at 30. And second hero time for ReMinD once again. Is it the Naga? No. Alchemist this time. Super aggressive play. Completely different from Loliot, who creeps up very, very hard and then tries to fight around 45, maybe 50 supply. Glaive upgrade coming for the Huntresses. Attack upgrades as well. And a second Ancient of War. Alright, this is actually pretty similar to the Loliot build, now that I think about it. One base, upgrades, fast tech, creeping, leveling, powering up the hunts. But a little bit more aggressive, I would say. A little less creep focused. Level 3 Keeper now. And that's always scary. There's not much purge to go around yet. And losing these grunts is really easy. And there comes the first entanglement. That one's definitely dead. And the lodge is finished, but the shaman isn't coming because the borrow was cancelled earlier. So Wudao OC was supply stuck. Oh, and the sentinel actually placed there earlier made this creepjack and this grunt kill easy. God, dude, ReMinD is playing really well. I've been hearing a lot of Night Elves fanboying about ReMinD recently. And I can understand why. He's looking damn solid. On the minimap, we can see Tree of Life coming up in the south. So once again, a little bit later of an expansion. We talked about this earlier. No longer is it all about expo timing, but rather about map control and pressure plays before the expansion. There it is. Tree of Life is coming. Blade Master in a bit of trouble, but half HP should be fine. Is he really so greedy to go for the Archer? Well, was that a deny on the Archer? That would be pretty sick. Headhunter's coming. Headhunters. Huh. Normally, we see just mass grunts with armor upgrades, along with mass shaman, against this style. Of course, Berserkers damage-wise make sense against Huntresses, but if the front line of grunts falls, the back line of Berserkers can die very quickly as well. Aye. That surround didn't quite work out. Costs a bit more time, costs a bit more mana to kill the Overlord. Hopefully at least Wuda oc gets a good item. Yes, he does! Legion Doomhorn is certainly very nice. Second attack. Upgrade. These Huntresses now deal quite a bit of damage. Now only thing they're lacking is armor upgrades and a couple of scrolls. With this mass Huntress style, you certainly need some scrolls as well. Would be a cool play if the Orc could steal some of those scrolls from the merchant. But it's not like he's so super rich. Still not at 50 supply. Our Orc player here. Still not even at level 3 for the blade. But level 3 for the Shadowhunter might be more important anyways. Blade Master being a bit of a nuisance here at the expansion. Might be able to cancel the Entangled. But ReMinD doesn't care. He's diving towards the main, towards the burrows, but sees the Orc army coming back, and it's a little too much. Heal spray, not enough. 1 Huntress will die. And Wuda oc seems to be kind of stabilizing. Blade Master still delaying the expansion. Shadow in the north, holding in the main. And so far, ReMinD does not yet have the superior income. Is the Shadow level 3? It's always a big game changer. Looks like only level 1 Serpent Wards. So shouldn't be. Level 2 Treants as well from the Keeper, by the way. Shadowhunter just hit his level 3, and that is a big level up. Wow. Even fighting into the burrows. This looks like a big overextension by ReMinD. Perhaps he's just trying to force the Blade Master back to finally get his mining up. Is ReMinD intentionally tanking all the Serpent Ward damage on the Keeper? If so, that's pretty sweet. Oh! Treants around on the Shadowhunter. But there's so many Shamans still here. Easy purges. And this is kind of a Huntress massacre. Again, Wuda oc is nicely stabilizing. He's trading really, really well. Expansion still not coming up. The Orc army can just simply... I wish he'd used hold position though, so that the Blade Master doesn't walk into the tree. And the Entangle's not coming up. Oh, Shadow now diving pretty deep. Not sure if that's necessary. 2-1 upgrade Huntresses now, by the way. Very important, don't forget the armor upgrades. Very quick Shadow Mel, just turned nighttime. One more Grunt is gonna die. Thank you, Serpethos, for the 9 months. Says, hi, Remo. Thank you, Idirk, for the 8-month resub. Says, back to Warcraft. Korak, thank you very much for the 15 euros. And Zerg88, thank you for the 7 months. Alright, losses are starting to pile up here for Wuda oc. But Blade Master... This has been one of the longest Entangled cancels I've ever seen. Even the tree has to uproot, man. And yeah, what's ReMinD supposed to do? He's not willing to go back to force this Blade Master away. He's just trading in the north without the Blade Master. But the Shadowhunter is so strong... I think this is looking really good for Wuda oc, isn't it? Shadowhunter now is level 4 for the level 2 heal wave. Always a big level up for him. And ReMinD is losing a lot of units. He's killing some in return, yes. But the trading doesn't look good for the Night Elf. At all. For the Orc we have 37 supply. ReMinD does have a 10 supply lead, yes. But it's not the end of the world, in my opinion. Aggressive purges once again. Nice Shadow Meld one more time. But there's gonna be a dust. Oh, so many mana items on the Shadow, by the way. That's where all the money went. Finally, ReMinD falls back to his natural and will force the blade away. 2 more Huntresses dying. Ooh, Keeper coming in with the dust. Long range entangle will trigger the invul here. But only that. Only the invul. Blade Master's safe. Interesting game once again. ReMinD with his 53 supply, moving across the map. Shadowhunter must be level like 4.5 now or something. Alright, expansion though finally saturated. That took a while. Podem? What? Tier 3? Tier 3 by ReMinD for Podem. And perhaps more importantly for Orb of Venom? I hope he gets Orb of Venom. Yes, he does have Orb of Venom on the Keeper. That's actually a lot of DPS increase. Big heal for the Alchemist, also not too bad. And now TP coming over. Where's he gonna land? Where's he gonna land? Yeah, that looks good. Oh, smack bang in the middle, far forward. Oh my god, it's a TP surround on the Shadow! Are you serious? ReMinD with the plays! Man, I was not expecting that one. And a Scroll of the Beast, oh boy. Does the Shadow get out of this? He gets one more heal wave in. Insane detonates, by the way. ReMinD. ReMinD, ReMinD, ReMinD. This game was looking pretty rough for him, but he comes back. Seemingly always comes back. ReMinD gets the win here, and with that, the 2-0 win.